Hi, my name is Mary Jones and I'm the Executive Director of the Boulder Junction Chamber of Commerce. Today we're going to learn more about one of downtown's newest businesses, the Boulder Junction Brewing Company. Let's head inside and chat with Ian and Tracy to learn some more. So can you guys tell me, what is your connection to the Boulder Junction area?
So I started coming up to this area when I was 2 years old. My grandfather purchased some land north of Winchester, north of the Turtle Lakes, and we came up and went camping when I was 2 years old, and through the time I was about 7. And then he built a family place, and that's when we started coming up on a regular basis in the summertime for 3-4 weeks at a time. I grew up in Peoria, Illinois. And about that time, 4 grandkids, 4 grandsons running around that place. My grandfather thought, I need to find a way to get these kids out of here for a little while. So he started sending us to Camp Manitowish, and that's when we really discovered Boulder Junction. And then no matter where we lived in the country, and it was East Coast, so Boston, New York, DC, Boulder Junction and the family place in Camp Manitowish was always the place we came back to. So I've been wanting to move here for a long time, ever since I was a kid pretty much, and as a camper, wanting to come back and work at camp full time or be in Boulder Junction. And so when Tracy and I got together in 2017, she started coming up and fell in love with the place as well. So when we started talking about where we wanted to open a brewery, when that became a topic of conversation, there was no real choice other than Boulder Junction. Just the accessibility of Main Street, the look and feel of the town. It did not have a brewery or a tap room, and we felt like it needed one. So establishing our new roots here made total sense for us.
Before we moved to Boulder, we lived in Northern Virginia, and I worked at a local brewery it was a little bit smaller system than what we have here, but basically all of us that worked there had day jobs, and so we brewed at night. I had been home brewing for quite some time at this point, and so the owner and head brewer asked if I wanted to apprentice with him, and I said, sure. Brewing on my own and coming up with my own, I would come up with recipes before, but coming up with recipes at scale for the larger system. And so loved it, would have loved to do that full time in Virginia, but it just wasn't possible with the economics. And then
she met me. I had been interested in opening a brewery since the early 2010s. It's kind of the height of the craft beer movement. I loved the industry. I love the look and feel of breweries and just sort of the energy that goes around the brewing and the craft brewing industry, the collaboration, the camaraderie, and just serving people and bringing folks into your place and having a good time. So I got into home brewing as well in the early 2010s. It didn't go well. I am awful at brewing. In fact, I think one of the last batches I brewed literally exploded in my bathroom. So at that point in time, I thought my dream of opening my own craft brewery and tap room was done. And then I met Tracy. She was brewing at the Lake End Brew House. Our good friends Jason and Melissa had opened that place up in 2016. And I was performing quality control on the other side of the bar, and that's how we met. And started talking about what our dreams and aspirations were, and she was in a tech sales job and I was in an IT consulting job and been doing it for quite some time, and both of us thought, boy, it sure would be fun to open a brewery, except she didn't want to have to run a business because she had done that before and was like, I wouldn't want to deal with all the hassles of the brewery. Well, you got somebody that can brew and somebody that can run a business. That's a pretty good Wonder Twin Powers activate moment. And so we started talking about then, getting together this idea of a small system, community-based tap room. So we came up with Welcome Home to Great Brews and Kindness. And that's the type of a place we want to be, is that local hangout place where people come to hang out, have a good time, enjoy some brews, enjoy some food from a local restaurant, and sit and chat and enjoy each other's company, learn somebody new, meet somebody new, learn something new, maybe watch a Packers game or a Badgers game or a Brewers game, and hang out as a community.
That's the perfect lead into my next question. What can customers expect when they visit the Boulder Junction Brewing Company?
They can expect a warm welcome for sure, and they can expect a wide range of beers that they can try, new ones maybe that they haven't before, or come back to a one that they've had previously. Tracy loves brewing a wide range of brews, so we want to try to expand people's palates and make sure there's a little taste for everyone. A lot of breweries kind of specialize in IPAs or sours. We don't do that. We spread the spectrum with all styles of beers.
The size of this system actually allows me to be a little more innovative than like your big guys, like the Sierra Nevadas and stuff. I've got a little more flex in things I can try out and pivots that I can make on styles to hopefully find something for everybody.
We also have our 5-gallon homebrew system as our pilot system here. So when Tracy's trying something new, we're going to do a fairly small batch of that, and folks will be able to come in and give us feedback on what they like about it or if they don't like it, that type of thing. So we want to involve folks in what we do and have them feel like they're part of this.
What would you say is the best part of owning your business?
Getting to be your own boss.
Absolutely.
No, the creativity, the ability to set expectations for people, to be an integral part of the community. I think my experience since we moved here and even before the brewery was open, working at other businesses, all the business owners are extremely supportive and collaborative, and it's all about creating that sense of community and making sure that we make the best experience for the visitors here.
I'm Tracy Converse.
And I am Ian Brown, and we are Boulder Junction.